Okay, guys and gals, about 10 seconds of the obligatory disclaimer. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video. All right, everybody, let's take a look and see what happened in the stock market today. We're looking at the S&P 500 E-mini S&P 500 futures. These are the December 2021 contracts, but honestly, these contracts I think expire in about I think they expire, yeah, on the 17th. So if it was me, guys, I wouldn't be trading the December contracts. I'd already be switched over to January. So we can look at those real quick. I wouldn't be trading these. If you're trading futures, I'd be trading the January instead. Looks like there's some old stuff still sitting on there, but that's what I would be doing. Okay. I'd be trading these contracts instead of December. But we can look at the continuous contract for now, just for the video. Should have been a pretty obvious day, right? At some point during this day, maybe a third of the way up. When I say day, I mean 24 hours. Should have been a long position. That was kind of a no-brainer. As soon as this candlestick got any legs underneath it and particularly got above that upper wick on that yesterday's candlestick, it's time to trade it long. I mean, it really doesn't get much simpler than that. I had about 3,000 going on. I gave some back, but 2,500 bucks during this time. Okay, so even I made some money. How about that? All right, today was pretty simple. Like I said, this was pretty much a no-brainer. As soon as I got above this upper wick, even somewhere up in there, it was just time to trade it long. Okay. Yep, we got indicators telling us everything's going up. That's great. We see the MACD is trying to cross over, which we'll see if it does. It probably will, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Today was a huge day, 110 range. Okay. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. A lot of divergence warnings going on here on the monthly chart. Okay. It's still strong. Monthly chart's still strong. If this month goes above 47.40 and stays green, all the way through the end of the month going into January, then great. We know this didn't mean anything. It's inverted hammer didn't mean a thing. We're just marching on. Okay. So we got a lot of divergence warnings. So right now we definitely got a mixed signal on the long-term time frame. So we'll see what happens there. We could get temporary highs. Like I said, this thing eventually could come down like this and kind of squeeze out, but it could play out for months. Okay. All right, let's look at the weekly. Okay, strong week. Yeah. Very strong week. 46.90. Okay, the high was 46.97 and a quarter. So, it's within range of hitting all-time new highs. Could happen tomorrow. It could even happen overnight. We'll just see what happens. Okay. Okay, premium members, here we go. Hourly chart. Today was a pretty obvious day to trade, right? It wasn't very complicated. So this is yesterday right here. This whole area right here is yesterday. Once yesterday got above that 50 day and got up into here, okay, pretty positive. The day ended a little bit, whatever. Okay. And then opened up the first hour, second hour, third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour, and then that's the one you want to trade right there. And why? Because like I've always said, it's very simple. You're above the 50 on the hourly chart. It's 2 green candlesticks in a row, and so you trade it. That's really how simple it is. Now, we have a bunch of divergence warnings going on here on the hourly chart. Okay, we'll see whether or not they play out. We'll see whether or not we get a price decline. For those that are interested in the hourly cycle, it's supposed to end tonight at 10 o'clock. This is a very positive event we got going on right here, right? So I don't know if we're going to get a price decline coming down into this time right here or not. Okay. 10 o'clock my time. We'll have to wait to see what happens. Yesterday I said somewhere in the middle here of this cycle we'd get a stall. And there it is right there with that red candlestick. That's all it was. Smack dab on time. Look at that. Little doji candlestick right smack dab in the middle of the cycle. Look at this one over here. In the middle of the cycle, it got a price stall about 3 or 4 hours. Over here, middle of the cycle, again, price stall approaching the middle of the cycle. Okay? So this could be, hard to say. Are we going to get a big price decline going into tonight? I don't know. Do we just get a little sideways action? It goes up again. Okay, still sideways and go up. Or does it start traveling down into this cycle low there, which again I think is around 10 o'clock my time. So that's something I definitely be keeping an eye on. I'd be keeping an eye on to see what happens to the price action around this cycle low right here. If it just kind of stalls and you get a couple green candlesticks after that, that's very positive. And you could trade that long. Okay. If it starts trying to come down into this, that's different. And then we got to really watch what it does against the 50, okay? But today should have been pretty easy trading, guys. It should have been an easy day to make money. Let me be a little more accurate about that statement. Let me tell you what I really think. The real money, guys, wasn't in the intraday. Sure, we had this nice big candlestick right here. That was at 8 o'clock my time, the opening hour. But guys, all the money was made last night. Overnight. And where was the 3 o'clock? The 3 o'clock was right there. Okay, even by then, most of the good money was made back here. 11, 12, nothing happened. 1, 2 o'clock my time. Those 3 hours right there, 4 or 5 hours right there, that's where all the money was really made. Was during this. There was no reason to stay out of the market once you saw, like I said, once you saw that second candlestick right there on the hourly chart. Just trade it and just stay in it. MACD's telling you everything you need to know. That things are going up, right? Things are going up. To me, it's a very, very simple trade right there. Now, once you got past the opening hour, and there was a little bit there in the next hour, the rest of the day was garbage. This is garbage. You can't trade that. What are you doing trying to trade that? So don't get stuck in short time frames only. Don't just be looking at the 1 minute and 5 minute chart. That'll mess you up. You're stuck in a little microcosm. Trading 1 and 5 minute charts only. You have to have multiple charts up. Okay, or at least be referencing them frequently. Okay, because if you looked at the hourly chart from 10 a.m. about 2 hours after, hour and a half after the open, you would have known right away, what the heck is that? And then the next one's that. And then, just forget it. Don't even trade the rest of the day. There's nothing to trade there. It's garbage. All the money was made last night. Okay, and at the opening, there was some good money there. That's it. That's it. The rest of the day was nonsense. I wouldn't even traded it. Okay, I wouldn't trade any of that. Don't bother trading that garbage. Okay, either take the rest of the day off or go trade another product. All right, let's look at the 5 minute here. The market's about to open, I think, here in a little bit. Let's see. What time is it right now? Yeah, the market's going to open about 1 minute. So we might catch it while I'm doing this video. It doesn't really matter. So that's where the day ended, and we're about to start right over here. All right, there it goes. It just opened up. Okay. I wouldn't put a lot of credence into the opening hour or the opening 5 minutes. So anyway, forget these cycles. These are hourly right here. So I'd be watching, if you go back in the video and pause on the hourly, you want to be watching to see what it does as it approaches that hourly cycle low. And then from there you can determine if it just tracks sideways or it's strong through that, you have a good sense that you can trade long. If it starts coming down into that cycle low on the hourly chart, starts really coming down and giving up a price, now you're going to wait to see what it does. Does it bounce off the 50 hour? Okay. And you can even look at the 5 minute if you want to. If it gets way below this, does it start acting like resistance? Right? Maybe this starts coming down. Does it start acting like resistance? Okay. But that hourly chart's going to be the big cue, guys and gals. That's one you really want to pay attention to as we approach that hourly cycle low. Okay, sideways is probably strength. If it's dipping down into that hourly low, then you're going to have to determine whether you're going to wait to see if you're going to trade a bounce off the hourly, or you can even refer to the 5-minute chart to see how it's going, okay? That's how I would do that. All right, that's it for now, guys and gals. Talk to y'all real soon again next time.